boy who can see in the dark. A young Chinese boy who was born with brilliant blue eyes, like those of a Siamese cat, claims to have the ability to see in pitch darkness. Nong Yusui, from Daha, has eyes which it is claimed to reflect neon green when a light is shined on them. Nong, who enjoys playing outside with his schoolmates but struggles within bright sunlight, claims he can see perfectly clearly even in complete darkness. His father said, "2 weeks after he was born I was told his eyes were different. We took him to hospital and doctors told me not to worry as his eyes would be fine when he grew up." To test his abilities, a Chinese journalist recently prepared a set of questionnaires which he was able to finish in a pitch-black room. Video footage of the youngster, whose current age has not been revealed, first emerged in 2009, but has only recently been picked up online. However, many experts remain highly skeptical, because for such feature to occur in a human would require multiple mutations to happen at once. In animals, night vision is made possible by the existence of a thin layer of cells, called the tapetum lucidum. Number 4. The girl with crystal tears. The 22-year-old Satanic Kazian, who is from Armenia, cries nearly 50 crystallized tears every day. She said the painful tears started when she was at the dentist. "It seemed dust got into my eyes," said Kazian. "It hurt me. I went to the ophthalmologist and a few crystals were taken out from my eyes." Kazarian's family thought the tears were glass that got in her eyes when she was working on her family's farm, but doctors told them the tears were coming from Kazarian's body. The first doctor Kazian saw for her strange condition gave her eye drops and they helped at first, but soon her condition got worse and her eyes were producing more jagged tears than before. "All the doctors are in shock," Kazian said. "They have not encountered such a disease and do not know how to treat it. All the doctors know is that the tears are coming from the woman's own body rather than an outside source." Health officials still continue to study her rare condition. Number 3. The Magneto Boy. Meet Magneto Boy, the kid who attracts metal with his body. Every superhero has an origin story, but one Russian boy's unbelievable tale isn't from a comic book, it's very much real life. 12-year-old Nikolai Kryagyachenko was walking home from school one day when he stopped to lean against a lamppost. Unfortunately for Nikolai, the lamppost had a faulty wire and the schoolboy was blasted across the street by a jolt of electricity. "When I came round, I felt groggy but managed to get home and told my mum what had happened. When I woke up the next day and got out of bed, I found some coins that had been lying on the mattress, had stuck to my body. Then when I was having breakfast and dropped my spoon, it stuck to my chest," Nikolai revealed. Being a comic book fan, Nikolai immediately set about testing his new power, which is eerily similar to the power wielded by Marvel character Magneto. "I can do things I couldn't do before, but I don't have a lot of control over it. Even when I do not want to do it, I still attract things. Once I even attracted a glass, it just moved towards me," he said. Naturally, Nikolai's schoolmates were fascinated by his new power, but what they didn't know was that he could pass his ability to others, turning them into human magnets. Number 2. Xray Vision Girl. Natasha Dimkina developed an interesting hobby when she was 10 years old. She found that she could scan her mother's body and describe it in intimate detail, the location and condition of all of her mom's organs. News soon spread and her neighbors in her hometown of Saransk, in western Russia, began showing up at her doorstep for body scans and diagnosis. The local children's hospital decided to test her abilities and the girl was able to draw a diagram of one doctor's stomach with a dark area in the exact spot of his ulcer. She also contested the cancer diagnosis of one patient. Later tests supported Dimkina's diagnosis of a benign cyst. In England, Xray scans of another doctor led Dimkina to describe multiple injuries that one of the doctors had received in a severe car crash without any knowledge of the accident, and the doctor was fully clothed. Obviously Natasha's abilities have been questioned by many, but she is still a superhuman that no one can explain. Number 1. The man who doesn't stop running. Dean Karnazes, named by Men's Fitness as one of the fittest men on the planet, is the real-life version of the Flash, only with better stamina. As an endurance athlete, Karnazes has submitted himself to some of the most physically and mentally grueling athletic tests imaginable. Most notably, Karnazes has conquered a 350-mile run without stopping, even to sleep, a sweltering sprint through the 120-degree heat of Death Valley, and a marathon to the South Pole, where temperatures drop to -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Though Karnazes has already built quite the running resume, he continues to search for new ways to challenge his mind and body. Recently, the super runner completed 50 marathons, one in each state, over the course of 50 consecutive days. There is simply no stopping to those legs.